Well, thanks so much for your time. We're here at the Sofitel Fiji, where you've got your brand new check-in counter. How popular has that service been for Fiji Airways?
It's been phenomenal because that's one of the things that we've been working on as we were getting ready over the last 20 months, and obviously we had a pop-up check-in at Sofitel, but now we've got a really nice, fully fledged check-in facility, what we call the resort check-in, and that's working out really, really well for us. People are using that, to not just check in and get rid of the bags, but also able to buy upgrades or lounge passes, anything that they would be doing at the airport. That's just basically now available at the resort for them.
Which is fantastic if you think about your night flights to the US, which is taking off at sort of later in the evening. So it's perfect for people who can check in and just go back to the pool and hang out, or go to the beach, or go shopping.
Yeah, with the US, obviously there's tighter rules and regulations around baggage. So we still have to assist our customers in that sense. But yes, they can buy some of our new products that we've introduced. For example, My Island. Where on the long hauls you can buy the entire economy row to yourself, and you can get all the business class sort of amenities on alongside that. It's like you get the whole blankets, the full business class pillows, and the mattresses. So that's something that's available for purchase over here as well. Or for example, the lounge, if you wanted to go in early and have a really nice dining experience as well. Talking about dining, we've just brought on board a very well sought after, well-renowned chef, Richard Cross, who's helping us with our onboard meals as well as in the lounge. So very excited with that as well.
You've actually beaten to me on my questions, because I was going to say you've launched a whole lot of new products, and it's pretty exciting for you. I mean, you've had a very good lounge at Nandi Airport now for some time, which I've always enjoyed it on transit. But upping the food quality is going to be a lot of fun for you in that. What's a great space?
Yeah, it's we've also brought back our kids program in the lounge as well, which was we had to stop that. But talking about food, a la carte meals, and again, all sort of designed by Richard. He's got some of his sort of famous desserts in there. His kava ice cream, for example, is now going to be available in the lounge. But with the kids program, we've got a full-time nanny in there now for those who, parents who want to use the lounge and have the kids actually be, like the resort sort of experience. And together with that, we've opened up our Oceans Are Life program for the kids over there. This is really an educational program about oceans, but in a very different way. And we've brought what we've done on board in terms of an amenity pack for the kids. It's also available in the lounge as well.
That's really fantastic you've done that for kids, and sort of teaching them issues about the environment while they're having a bit of fun, while they've got something they can colour in and build, and it's a bedtime story. So you've actually you've come up with something really fun that airlines don't do. Yeah,
and with that, our Oceans Are Life, it's something that's evolved over the last 2 years. And it's really an educational program, like you say, and it's fantastic. It's got a series of books. It's got characters who are sharing their experiences around the ocean, what they've encountered and what plastics mean, in the ocean. So really, the whole pack comes in a beach bag. And in the beach bag, you've got the books, you've got your coloring, you've got your stickers. So a really exciting program for the children.
And it's good because you are very much a leisure airline, and you do bring a lot of families to one of the most amazing parts of the world, don't you? So having the kids happy on board is a great key to success.
Absolutely, that's like the first step into the leisure market, and doing something for the children, but for the adults as well. One of the initiatives for our environment program that we've got is what we call Every Takeoff One Tree. So every time an aircraft takes off from Fiji, for example, from Nandi International Airport, we plant a tree. And it's not just a tree, it's mangrove. So that's another initiative that we're trying to counter. That's our carbon footprint, and we're making sure. So for example, anyone flying with Fiji Airways, knowing that they're doing something, contributing towards the environment in the terms of like your carbon footprint, at least that there's a tree has been planted on for a flight that you just departed on. So.
Yeah, and you've got very fuel-efficient aircraft now. Obviously, the A350. A lot of airlines around the world rave about its efficiency. It's 20% more efficient on average than other aircraft. So obviously, it opens up a whole world of opportunities for you at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. The A350s have been very well received, globally, and I'm proud to say that for our Sydney flights, it operates daily. I mean, we do 14 flights to Sydney, and using both the A350 and the MAX, which are virtually brand new in the fleet. And with the 350, the product is awesome. You know, it's all got aisle seating, and the product itself is a little different from what we had on the other aircraft as well. But again, it's an aircraft that has really been accepted as something, you know, not just for long haul, but enjoyed on the short haul as well.
So if you think about it, I mean, when you relaunch the airline, the A330 is going to relaunch the airline for you with a beautiful new business class product on there, which has stood the test of time. It's a fantastic product. So yeah, the A350 has given you another opportunity, hasn't it, just to up the ante even more from an onboard service and offering, like you're talking about, with doing the island and doing extra room economy and doing great food and beverage.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what we were talking about, you know, how we can continue to evolve with our products on board, and the 350 has given us that opportunity. You know, the galleys are much bigger, and you know, there's a lot more space for us to be able to do the neighbor-free seats that we want to do currently in this time. People, you know, who don't want someone sitting next to them can actually have that opportunity. So it allows us to do that, but at the same time, it gave us the opportunity now, and our crew. Our cabin crew really love the aircraft as well, both in, you know, in terms of flying the technical crew as well as the cabin crew as well. So yes, it has brought about some new dynamics to travel, even on the short haul.
So the message is, if you haven't travelled Fiji Airways before or haven't travelled them for a while, get ready for a wonderful new experience.
Oh, absolutely, and then particularly, you know, what we've done with our award-winning safety programs. For example, we've got the Apex and Simply Flying Diamond rating for our onboard safety, and of course the Skytrax 5 stars for safety on board. And we are carrying customer wellness champions on all our flights. So they're basically knowing that we're a leisure airline, and for us, wellness of our people traveling with us and our crew is utmost important, and safety is something that we really make sure that we embed in our culture, and that's what made us you know, work towards that. And we're not just doing that as a thing for our people, but, you know, for our entire Fiji Airways team. There's been enormous work on board in our service, up your service training, for, you know, where we go out and we say, make every moment better with care for all our guests. And, you know, and behind the scenes, we've got an awesome leadership program that we've been working on for the last 20 years. And over the last 18 months, we've seen that sort of come to life.
I was going to say awesome, because it's been an evolution of the brand. It's about 10 years since you obviously relaunched from Air Pacific to Fiji Airways, and it really has come a long way, hasn't it?
Yeah, so I'm saying that the last 20 years we were Fiji Airways, then we went to Air Pacific because, you know, we wanted to be the Pacific airline, and then naturally, you know, we were like, no, we need to really get hold of our national sort of, you know, and come back and come very, very strong as Fiji Airways, and it's proven that we did the right thing.
And I think Fiji as its own brand, as a word, is so strong around the world now, isn't it?
It is.
People know it for the airline, for products that come from here, and the amazing resorts.
Pristine, clear, clean water and air, and that's what Fiji is all about. But you know, the biggest thing for us, and we demonstrate this because the moment you step foot, it's the people that make the difference here in Fiji. You know, for Fiji Airways, for the resorts, for example, and even just, you know, the nation itself. We saw it when the first flight landed, for example, in Sydney on our restart, how people just embraced the tourists coming in. So we at Fiji Airways were very much part and parcel of the relaunch program or the restart program, and there's no looking back. We've started, and we really want to put a huge impact on the product, the brand Fiji itself, and bring it back to life and even better than what it was before.
And before I let you go, a lot of people have said to me they're really impressed that Fiji Airways has brought back such a strong schedule, especially into Sydney so quickly, and obviously Melbourne. So rebooting in Sydney and going back to double daily was a very big move from you guys, and we're seeing a lot of resorts are going to be full right through the summer now.
Absolutely, we've gone out and we've put so much capacity into Australia. When we first started off, and the announcement was made by Honourable Prime Minister about us opening our borders, so Fiji opening its borders, we were overwhelmed. And we just left no stone unturned. We needed to go out and put as much capacity as we could, and you can see it. You know, the seats are being taken up, the resorts are happy. We wish we had more rooms to, to sell, but it's doing well, and I think the first quarter of even 2022 is going to be really, really good for us.
But it really has evolved into one of the best boutique airlines in the world, really, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you look back, like I said, the evolution of Fiji Airways, or from Fiji Airways to Air Pacific and then to Fiji Airways again, yes, we have evolved. I mean, we consider ourselves as a small airline in the South Pacific that punches above its weight. And we've proven that over and over again with just what we do on board and how we present ourselves. We've got great leadership at Fiji Airways. Our CEO has really taken this airline to a very different level, considering a year ago no one knew what was going to happen. And so yes, I think we've as airline has evolved and have evolved, and like I said, there's no looking back for us. We're just going to get stronger and even better.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to our home.